Hi everyone, it's Tuesday, and in a few days, as you all probably know, it's February 14th. Now, for most of you, that's Valentine's Day, but for me, it's kind of different. For me, February 14th is something called V-Day. V-Day is an organized response against violence towards women. It's also this where these people who came together around a woman named Eve Ensler, who did the Vagina Monologues, sees the world where women live safely and freely. It's kind of a demand as well. It's a demand that rape, incest, battery, and genital mutilation and sexual slavery has to end, and it needs to end now, not in like 20 years or 30 years or just something that we can kind of forget about. It needs to be talked about and ended now. It's also kind of a spirit. The V-Day people say as a mission that they believe women should spend their lives creating and thriving rather than surviving or recovering from terrible atrocities. And it's a catalyst. It raises money and consciousness. It unifies and strengthens existing anti-violence efforts. It triggers far-reaching awareness. It will lay the groundwork for new educational, protective, and legislative endeavors throughout the world. And it's a process. I mean, they've been doing this for 15 years now. It's a global movement. It's not just something in, developed countries or first world countries. It's something that they do all over the world on February 14th as a way to show solidarity and show that women have a voice. And I mean, it's not just a women's movement. Men get involved too, but it's definitely really centered around the fact that for generations women have been put down, have been victims of rape, of incest, of battery, genital mutilation, sexual slavery, you know, all of that. So it's kind of like this fierce, wild, unstoppable movement and community that is just getting bigger and bigger each year. This year, their whole kind of like slogan is 1 billion rising. And it's in response to it being the 15th anniversary. They're inviting 1 billion men and women who live all over the country to rise, and they're doing this mostly through dance. They have this really awesome invitation. It goes, 1 billion rising is a global strike, an invitation to dance, a call to men and women to refuse to participate in the status quo until rape and rape culture ends, an act of solidarity demonstrating to women the commonality of their struggle and their power in numbers, a refusal to accept violence against women and girls as a given, a new time, a new way of being. And I think it's a really important thing to look at because, it happens everywhere. It's something that we can all unify around. And so this February 14th, instead of celebrating Valentine's Day, I will be rising up with the 1 billion. I'm going to strike, I'm going to dance, I'm going to rise. It's going to be great. And I will be wearing my vagina button. And I will be wearing my V-Day button. Vagina and V-Day. See you guys next week.